For me, I think what makes a good film is the ability to take you out of your own reality. You know, we go to movies to really forget about the world, you know, leave our worries at the door, sit in a dark room with an audience who essentially want the same experience as you're having. So a film that really builds upon worlds beyond ours, action that we would never imagine ourselves to do, characters that perhaps we would never meet, those are the films that I find are so enriching. I think especially after the year that we've had, we need to celebrate all those biggest sort of movies and television shows that we've been watching because those are the only things that kept us sane. So it's definitely important to celebrate that. Hey, I'm Henry Golding, and these are my top 5 favorite movies of all time. My first favorite movie of all time is Blade Runner. I think Blade Runner was one of the most progressive and forward-thinking movies in which when it came out, it wasn't that popular, but it built this cult following. It made us think beyond that of our future and where all of these kind of societal pressures of our time are building towards. And seeing Harrison Ford sort of beat up and kind of chased around the city by these androids is one of my favorite things ever. And that last sort of scene in the rain with the dove and that famous kind of line that's thrown out there just makes it one of my perfect films. My second favorite movie of all time, I watched this recently, so I'm gonna keep going on about it, but Waterworld with Kevin Costner. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It literally is Mad Max on water. And again, some of the greatest movies absolutely bombed when they come out, but soon you realize how great and magnificent it is. It's comedic, it's action-packed. Again, it gives us this dystopian view of where we're heading to with global warming. So hopefully I'll develop some sort of gills so I can swim. I don't know. My third favorite movie of all time is Sin City. I think a lot of people gloss over this one, but at the time, you know, Frank Miller comics were everything. They were phenomenally written, they were amazingly sort of illustrated, but how do you sort of translate that to movies? And I think they had such a unique treatment. They had such amazing characters that just built out this beautifully written comic. And it will always go down as one of my most memorable childhood films that I absolutely adored. My fourth top movie of all time has to be Akira. The anime has been such an influence, not only for tons of films. The first film that I mentioned, which was Blade Runner, took so much influence from Akira. The manga itself differs so drastically to the movie, so if you're a fan of the movie, do try to read the manga as well, because it's just so much bigger than what they could achieve in a singular movie. But how they cel-shaded, how they animated that thing, like kind of blew my mind then. It still does. So Akira, for sure. And finally, my last favorite movie of all time has to be Reservoir Dogs, Quentin Tarantino classic. Actually, scrap that. It's The Matrix. 100% The Matrix. I totally forgot about that. Matrix, great story. The night before Christmas Day, whenever it came out, my brother sort of handed me this little box as a gift to open at midnight. And he was like, "You're gonna want to open this." I opened it up, and it's Matrix on VHS. I was just like, and I think I was like 15 at the time, so I think it had a 16 rating, so it was quite kind of like, ooh. I literally sat there and watched it till 3 in the morning, and I've watched it endless times since then. But Quentin Tarantino does it pretty good in Reservoir Dogs as well. I think the thing that I'm most excited for fans to see for the upcoming Snake Eyes is the action. The reason that we're going right to the beginning is to build the story. Go back to one of the most iconic characters, Snake Eyes, and figure out what his motivations are, what of his sort of downfalls, his pitfalls, his lessons that he's learned to become the guy that he is.